granularity links between these events and the pupil's notes will be created by the useStudy module that I will describe after. So first we developed a PowerPoint extension that detects and records every event such as slide change and the loading, unloading of presentation files. The same functionality, it doesn't need to edit the PowerPoint file, it's just a basic PowerPoint extension. The same functionality is offered for web pages through a Firefox extension. And we also developed a multimedia player that records load, unload, play and pause actions on multimedia files. Finally, we also capture the teacher's oral explanations using an audio recorder software that is running on his computer. And the program allows the teacher to stop the recording, for instance, when there is rumpus in the class. Additionally, the system can also capture events generated by an interactive whiteboard when available. All these modules send events and informations, such as documents, name and path, to a central server in the end of the lecture. At home, the pupil may, so this is a useStudy. The pupil may want to read a part he did not understand well. He can access all the data related to a specific part of the course by tapping with it directly on its notebook. The useStudy modules provide a view of the notebook which contains the strokes and that were recorded with a digital pen by the pupil during the lecture. This view is useful in the situation when the pupil does not have his notebook when he's facing the useStudy module. But it can be hidden on purpose and on demand because obviously when the pupil wants to interact with his digital pen on his notebook, he has his notes in front of him and it's probably better to check it and to browse it in the physical world. So you can save space and remove the left part to save space for other parts. So the useStudy module offers viewers to explore the teacher's document while reading the notes. A viewer allows to view the PowerPoint slide that was shown at the moment where notes have been taken. The second one is a web view, that is on the bottom right of the picture. And another is a multimedia player that can read audio and video files that the teacher could have shown during the lecture. And all these viewers allow to browse the documents it contains and to open them with their default application on the pupil computer. Finally, useStudy displays a timeline on the bottom that provides a visual link between the notebook and the digital document. So that timeline is not the final design, it was a beta design that we used to test the software. And using the timeline, the pupil can explore the chronology of events that occurred during the class and see which slides, web page and videos were shown at the moment. And the user can click on the items with his traditional computer point-and-click device, mouse or trackpad, whatever. And if the dynamic of the class is important, the pupil can tap on his notebook on a specific note he has taken, and the red dot moves over the written notes to show what was written at the moment, and everything is animated in real time, and including teachers' oral explanations. Okay, so I forgot to highlight, I think. We also included an annotation feature because while doing his homework or studying his lessons, the pupil will sometimes need to search for additional informations on the web, and when he finds some useful information, he might want to keep it and paste it into his digital notebook to make a link between the document and his lesson. So we developed a tool that allows to cut pieces of document and stick them in the digital notebook. This module is composed of two parts. So one instance of this extension is a capture part that we developed for a Firefox extension to include web pages on digital version of pages of pupil's notebook. And the second part appears in useStudy as a post-it picture that remains interactive. The pupil can still click on links that will be on the post-it, and it will open corresponding web address with a default internet browser. But it could also be with PDF files and that kind of files, but we haven't yet developed this type of extension, but we're looking forward. So here, this graphic summarizes how unit modules are organized. The UTH modules records events that happened in class and transfers them to a central server, which is online. And the ustudy module can then download these events file from the central server. And finally, the pupils' unwritten notes are transferred to the ustudy module via USB. And what I did not say, but I can say now, is that the interaction, obviously, with the digital pen directly on notes to start playing what was saying in the class at the moment the pupil wrote his notes is in streaming mode via Bluetooth. So in conclusion, I presented a study about new technologies for classroom. I began with an interview with secondary and high school teachers. It helped us to identify the users and the needs. Paper appeared to be still widely used by pupils to take notes, while teachers use multimedia content in their lectures. The fact is that pupils have difficulties to link their notes with their teachers' materials, and they cannot get all the advantages of digital contents when studying at home. And I finally presented UNote, a system that uses the pupil's notebook as a central media in order to go through captured lessons. It allows the pupil to access teacher's materials at the exact state it was when he wrote his lesson. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, I will do my best to answer.
Merci. Any questions?
How is your approach related to live scribe solutions for the note taking? So do you see it as a kind of an extension where you can link to
it's
all
kind of
this?
extension. Our approach is LiveScribe is very useful because it can capture oral explanation as well as we did, but it remains only one item, and today it's complicated to capture other events. So it's more an extension.
So
LiveScribe solution does not offer streaming because obviously we would have used LiveScribe digital pen, which provides feedback and stuff like that. It's definitely useful, but we needed a streaming because we're really looking forward to use natural interaction and tap, not natural but more physical. You know, tap on the notebook has been well appreciated by our users. So
maybe that will come soon with
yeah, maybe it will.
versions of the pen.
I hope so.
I'm not sure if I understood it correctly. So the pupils cannot make a link explicitly. So there's one system capturing all the stuff.
Yes.
The students are writing, and the software merges both together.
Yes, exactly.
So
there's no explicit link. It's implicit. So as soon as the pupil take notes at the same time, it's binded. And however it did not take notes, you can access the files through his desktop computer. So it's implicit, not explicit. No commands or stuff like that on paper.
Thanks.
No more questions? Okay, thank you, Sylvain.